Hey guys, so Roger did it again. He won his 7th Wimbledon title, he won his 17th Grand Slam title, and he also broke Pete Sampras's record now with most weeks at #1 position in the world. So Federer basically now holds almost all of the records, and I think it's safe to say that he is by far the best player of all time. We saw a great match, and Andy Murray showed up and played some really good tennis. And in this video I want to analyze the match a little bit in detail for you guys, kind of look at some of the key stats and also look at the 4 areas of the game and how they came into play here. What we're going to do is we're going to look at it in a set-by-set manner, and then I will break it down for you guys in detail. Alright, so looking at the first set, Roger came out actually quite nervous. He was making a lot of unforced errors, and Andy came out playing some really solid, aggressive tennis. Now there's a lot on the line here for Roger and for Andy. Of course, Roger was trying to prove that he can still win Grand Slams, and he was also going for a lot of records, and Andy, of course, was playing in front of the home crowd and was trying to win his first Grand Slam title. Now in previous Grand Slam finals, Murray had actually reached 3 Grand Slam finals previously. He didn't win a single set, and he really underperformed and didn't play aggressive enough. And I think it was great to see that now he came out confident, playing strong. And I think a big part of that is most likely his new coach, Ivan Lendl, a former great champion that I'm sure Andy respects a lot, and that really helped him with the mental side of things. Now, at this level, in this kind of a match, the mental aspect is really huge, because these guys, it's not about technique anymore. Tactically, they know each other inside out, and there's just some small, minor adjustments that they might be making that can be very important, but the mental aspect is simply huge at this kind of a match. So Murray came out stronger. Let's have a look at some of the key stats here. Now in the first set, Roger committed 16 unforced errors compared to only 5 from Murray. And Roger only won as a result, of course, 27% of second serve points, and Andy won 37% of second serve points. And so the set was won 6-4 by Andy, and it wasn't that close of a set, even though if we look at break points, Roger was 1 for 3 and Andy was 2 for 2. So that really shows you that just a few points can still make the difference. But overall, Andy Murray definitely played better in this set and deservedly won the set 6-4. Now in the second set, Federer got better and better, slowly but surely, and Murray was still playing at a very high level, so it was a very close set, and that could have gone either way. Now Murray had a huge chance to break at 4-all, where he missed a backhand down the line, and Roger then ended up playing brilliant tennis to break Andy and win the set 7-5. Now this was a really close set. Let's have a look at some of the key stats here. We can see that Roger had only 8 unforced errors, Andy had only 4 actually, and both of these guys won 50% of their second serve points, so it was really, really close. Now looking at break points here, we see that Roger converted 1 of 2 and Andy was actually 0 for 4, so Andy had more break opportunities but just couldn't convert. The set was overall really close and could have gone either way, and I think this was really the key for the match, because winning this set gave Roger the confidence that allowed him to really up his level. He got rid of his little bit of nervousness that he had in the first set, and then from then on he was just getting better and better. Now in the third set, something very interesting actually happened. At 1-all, there was a rain delay, and eventually the roof was closed, which I think was a very important aspect in this match, because Roger is known to play extremely well in indoor conditions. His serve tends to be a lot better, a lot more accurate. His first serve percentage tends to be a lot higher. And looking at the past, I mean, the guy is almost unbeaten in indoor conditions. He has won a lot of tournaments in indoor conditions, and they seem to suit him a lot better than most other players. So that was definitely important, and after the rain delay, they both came out playing strong, and Andy was still hanging in there, but then there was a very important service game at 3-2. Murray was serving, trying to hold on, and this service game actually lasted almost 20 minutes. And an interesting thing there was after the rain delay, Federer adjusted his tactics a little bit. He was running around the backhand, attacking Murray's second serve a lot more, and going for big shots with his forehand, which he didn't do so much previously. And that's probably something that he talked with his coach about, and something that was very effective for him. Now, Murray's second serve can be vulnerable at times, and it is known that that can be his weakness. So Federer really put the pressure on, and Murray was starting to feel the pressure at this point. Now then, Federer ended up breaking and won the set 6-3. After the break, I think the match was never the same again, and Federer kept getting better and better. When his confidence is up high, he's almost unstoppable in this form. Now, looking at the key stats here, Roger actually won 67% of second serve points in this set, and that's just absolutely amazing. And he also cut down his unforced errors again and converted on his break point. He was only 1 for 6 on his break points, but Murray did not have a single break point in this set, which showed you that Roger was really starting to dominate at this point. Going into the fourth set, Roger was getting better and better, and he was really getting back to his absolute best form, where he was playing incredible tennis, and he appears almost unbeatable when he plays at this level. This was the kind of level that he played several years ago consistently when he was dominating men's tennis. His forehand was absolutely on fire. He was ripping one-handed backhands. He was using the slice. The first serve percentage was there, and he was coming to the net to finish off points. It was absolute vintage Federer, and it was fun to watch, actually. Andy Murray was trying to hang in there. He was trying to hang tough mentally also. I think he did a pretty good job, but he was also losing his belief a little bit, and he was probably thinking, how in the hell am I going to beat Roger when he's playing at this level? And so it was kind of obvious that he was losing his belief a little bit, even though he still tried and he put up a good fight in this set. Now, looking at the stats, I mean, Roger hit 17 winners in this set, which is an incredible number, and he won 56% of his second serve points. And yeah, won the set, ended up winning his 7th Wimbledon title, and congratulations to Roger. And now let's have a quick recap and kind of look at some of the keys of the match and analyze that. Let's look at the 4 areas of the game and kind of pinpoint the keys here for the match. I think when we look at the technical side, Roger definitely still has a slight edge, especially on a grass court. His forehand is definitely better than Andy Murray's forehand, and his serve is also better. Even though Andy Murray has improved his serve, Andy Murray's first serve is good these days. His second serve is still a bit shaky. Roger definitely has an edge there. On the backhand side, Murray has an edge. His two-handed backhand is very good, and he really showed up hitting that shot strong and going for it, which is definitely what he needs to do. But then Roger also has this slice that is so effective at Wimbledon, and he can come to the net and just finish off points. So that's all resulting out of his technical abilities that he has that give him a slight edge over the rest of the field at Wimbledon. Now, looking at the tactical side, Andy Murray needed to come out and play really aggressive, which is something that he did. He did really well. He was nailing his backhand, he was taking it on the rise, and he was also running around and hitting some huge forehands. So Murray definitely did well in that regard. From a tactical standpoint, Roger, as usual, he needs to try to get his first serve percentage up high and then go for his forehand and get his forehand going. When he does that, he's very tough to beat. So in the beginning of the match, his forehand was a bit shaky, and then he lost the first set, but then he really found his form. And when he's in that form, he also ends up at the net a lot, which is always a great sign for him, because that means that he's playing well, and he's in an offensive mindset, and then he ends up at the net a lot and wins a lot of those points. So that was a tactical matchup. Physically, I think these two are about at an even level. Roger is an incredibly effortless mover. Andy Murray is really fit, has strong legs, and he's very stable, especially when he has to get low or when he's in defensive positions. So I think it's definitely a tie between these two here. And the mental side was really, really important in this match. And Andy Murray did a good job. He came out strong, as mentioned previously, even though he had a history of underperforming in Grand Slam finals. He came out strong mentally. He was hanging in there tough. He was fighting. Roger was a bit nervous, but then found his form. So I think from the mental standpoint, again, this was a bit of a tie. I've been critical of Roger's mental toughness in the past, especially from those Grand Slam matches in the recent past against Djokovic and Nadal, where I felt like Roger just wasn't that tough mentally. But here he really found a way to just bring out his best tennis. And I think part of the reason is definitely the technical advantage that he has. I mean, that's why his success has been so great at Wimbledon. He's technically so superior to the other guys with all the options that he has. There's no technical weakness, and he can do so many things to hurt his opponents on these grass courts. Alright, so that's my analysis of the match. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know below the video in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Also let me know if you enjoyed this format. I figured that maybe some of you guys don't like to read that much, so I thought I'd go ahead and make a video this time. So let me know if you enjoyed it.